Tonight, let the games begin. Not only is the regular season of NFL football back, this is also the start of the first full season with legalized sports betting in Ohio.
It is a multi-billion-dollar business, and it's about to get bigger. Tonight's game that you saw here on Channel 3 was just the beginning of the next phase. Neil Fisher is here to take a look at now and what's to come. Hi, Neil.
Hey, good evening, Russ. Here's how it works. Kansas City favored by 4 points tonight over the Lions, and the sportsbooks had the total points at 52 for this game. So those who had the Lions and the under may have won, but there are real consequences to consider while sports betting.
Americans, Ohioans love football.
Football has returned, and many Americans are getting back to sports betting.
Based on the performance of other states, football is a major driver.
Last year, the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board reported roughly $278 million in revenue from September to December, with more than $75 million in September alone, while the other 8 months reported roughly $400 million in revenue. Ohio has seen a decline since reporting more than $200 million in revenue in January. But Michael Buzelli with the Problem Gambling Network of Ohio tells me their phones kept ringing.
We got into the thousands right after sports betting started, but now you can see steady throughout the entire summer and early fall, we're in the 700s. So I think that is the new normal.
While the Problem Gambling Network of Ohio sees more calls each month, the Ohio Casino Control Commission and Jessica Franks have seen more platforms to place bets.
We'll start to see some, additional increases in advertising being sent to consumers. And so again, we'll just continue to make sure that all of our operators are abiding by our rules.
The Ohio Casino Control Commission and the Problem Gambling Network of Ohio continue to work together to ensure Ohioans are responsibly returning to sports betting.
Any gamble, any bet, any wager has an element of risk.
The Problem Gambling Network of Ohio expects calls to increase this fall, but they tell me 70% of their original callers ask for a return call later in the week to check in. We're expecting Ohio's sports betting revenue report for September at the end of October. Russ?
Should be interesting. Okay, Neil Fisher, thank you.